Hello Virgo, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past. It could also be a current relationship. For others of you, this could be a situationship. Or someone that you've met and you know there's a whole lot of chemistry there, but no one's really speaking up. My God, a lot of chemistry, sensual chemistry. It's a very intense connection. Virgo, who have you met? This is a spiritual connection as well. You guys know each other on the spirit realm. My method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. And I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. Interesting. Overall arching theme, we have boundaries here. The intense energy you have. Maybe it is worth it. Maybe boundaries are needed. There's a lot going on here. We have here beauty followed by laughter, sexuality, sensuality, mystery, illusion, doubt, selfhood, followed by boundaries under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. You do have 3 cards here that are a little bit dark and dreary, just a little gloomy, that's about it. But definitely the boundaries is not a happy card. It talks about the distance between the both of you, how someone has put up boundaries here. All right. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Virgo, the connection I have with you, I see it has increased over time, the feelings that I have for you. I see you as somebody who is very beautiful, not only on the outside, but on the inside as well. Your charm, your beauty, your charisma. You are, for me, like a ray of sunshine. You bring light into my life, and I see you are one with nature. You are nature. What I think of you, I now realize that your personality, your character, is unmatchable. There's nobody else that I've ever met that could be like you. You hold this looking glass, this mirror up to my face, and I don't like what I see. I don't like who I am compared to you. In you, I have found a friend. You know what makes me happy. You know what makes me laugh. You know what makes me tick. For me, you are that ray of sunshine. For me, you are that hope on the cloudiest of days. But with this friendship, did I go too far? Did things go too far? This feeling of sexuality. I feel addicted to you. I feel addicted to the way you look, your body. I fantasize about you, and it's hard for me not to. I have these sensual desires for you, and no matter what I feel, it just feels unquenchable. There's inner turmoil, an obsession. I feel envy, and I want to have control over the situation, but I can't. And I have wondered, why is it that I feel so damn intense? Why is this particular connection so strong, so deep? Why is it? I know that in this connection between you and I, there's certain things that I have expressed. And there are some things that I should express and should say, but I just don't. Right now, my life, it seems to be a mystery. I question the heavens. Why is it that you have come into my life? Why now? Why not before? Why not long ago? Or why not far into the future? Are we meant to be together? Are we supposed to be together? Sometimes when I see you, when I think of you, there's this feeling of just being so familiar. It's as if I've already known you from before. I feel comfortable. I feel at home with you. And I feel like I can talk to you about anything and not fear that you're going to judge me. In my dreams, everything seems so real. Not only that, but sometimes I feel that the things that you and I have gone through, you've made an impression on me where your essence, it haunts me. I can smell your scent even when you're not there. Feel your presence, but you're not there. And I know that you are hiding. A part of you hides from me. But all I have ever done is kept my distance. I have kept my distance, and it's not good. Because this distance, it shows me being emotionally detached. I don't want to show you what it is that I hide deep inside. I don't want you to know what deep thoughts I carry. I hide behind a false mask. I hide behind a veil. And the reason why I hide, partly it's because I am embarrassed for what I've done. And because of the things that I've done, I doubt that in this connection you would even want to be with me. Because I see how independent you have become. Ever since the situation between us has changed, I see and I know that things have changed, truly. I don't know how to approach you anymore. A long time ago I did. I knew who you were. I knew how to connect with you. But now I see you as somebody who has changed. You are defensive, self-conscious. You try to protect yourself, but you're also very guarded. You're self-sufficient, self-reliant, independent. You are no longer the same person I once knew. You've changed. And this is now a problem for me because before I was able to connect with you, I was able to know who you were, but now I don't know who you are. Now, to me, it's as if you are a stranger. I also feel that in this connection, the easiest thing for me to do, Virgo, because this feeling is so overwhelming, I prefer keeping my distance from you. I prefer putting up my boundaries. I prefer being in a state where you and we don't talk. Because if I did, I don't know what to say. And if I'm too close to you, all I want to do is just be with you intimately. That's all I think about. And I obsess over you. And I don't know why. And this feeling is very overwhelming because I think I've had a spiritual awakening. And it's changed my life. For me, the easy thing to do is to put up my boundaries because then I don't have to face it. I don't have to deal with it if I put up boundaries. And it still gives me the time to think about things, to get rid of those doubts that I may have. I don't know what to do. All right, Virgo. You have a situation here where you have actually met someone who has a spiritual connection with you. Yes, this could be a twin flame, a soulmate, karmic partner, maybe even more, but these are the top 3 that I've seen that are the most intense. Before I move forward, Virgo, I'd like you to have a look at my other channel, Asnointia Audio. And that's on YouTube. The videos are absolutely free. Have a look at 2 videos specifically. Of course, there's more. One is called Past Life and Spiritual Connections. The other one is called Sensually Intense Spiritual Connections. The people here who are viewing this, if you feel that it's very difficult to let go, if you feel that this is a growing obsession, then definitely you should have a look at those videos because you'll see that you are not alone. There's a lot of people that go through the same stuff. And this is a spiritual connection. For some of you that may wish to have a past life reading, I do past life readings. Have a look on my website. The link is also below. Sometimes I've noticed it's easier to have a past life reading, even though it takes me a very long time to get it done, because it gives you a sense of closure. It makes you understand why certain things are occurring in this connection the way that they are. What were you before? And how does that affect you now? So some people, they find closure. Some people just find, a whole different perspective, how to view or how they're viewing this connection. Why does this person behave that they do? Did something happen in the past which is affecting them karmically, and why you are going through this as well? So it does help. If some of you are interested, have a look, but please do read the description so that you know what it is to expect. All right. I have here also the Lover's Path Tarot. So this deck, for those of you who are new, I like to read this deck in the reverse, and here you are. So this is for those of you, in the beginning, things were going great. Everything was going uphill, but all of a sudden, the connection just went kind of crashing down. What happened? Why did this person do what they did? Why did they behave like this? This person may have ghosted you. They may have faded over time. The connection may be so distant that you don't even communicate, but maybe once in a while they kind of breadcrumb you. On and off, hot and cold, in and out kind of relationship. For those of you that never received closure and you deserved it, this person may have simply just abandoned or ghosted you. Here we have the Prince of Arrows as well as the Five of Coins. So these I will be reading in the reverse. Let's have a look. Prince of Arrows. So firstly, we are dealing with a prince, right? So this is not a queen, it's not a king. This is somebody who, just by default, is very youthful, maybe even immature. I'm seeing the word wisdom, so this person has a lack of wisdom, although it may appear as if they do have wisdom. But they do not have a lot of wisdom, and I'm also seeing they do not have a lot of integrity. Let's have a look here. The Prince of Arrows talks about a lack of decisiveness, not having a lot of clarity, and not feeling very determined anymore. Now, remember, we have the doubt card, right? The doubt also comes with a lack of faith, a lack of trust. So there's that transparency there. Also, a lack of clarity. So there is that doubt, indecisiveness. This is also why you had that. So this is something they were feeling back then, and they're still kind of feeling it now. The first set of cards, you had that. Now, here we have not understanding as much as one would like to. Feeling unable to stand up for oneself. Inarticulate. So, this person could have defended themselves when it came to any sort of discussion, but they wanted to create clarity from confusion, and they just felt that they could not. They could not move forward because it's almost like there was a traffic jam in their brain. That's what I'm seeing. I'm actually seeing a traffic jam right now. A big city. All I'm seeing is cars. I hear honking. But it's like this person was very overwhelmed, and there was so much information that they could not find a road or pathway to get to their destination. It's like that is how much confusion there was in this person's mind. They were unable to go from point A to point C because they didn't know how to get through point B. They didn't even know where B was. So they kind of stood still. Now, this is a them problem, guys. This is not a you problem. This person had an issue just regarding what this connection is. How can we move forward? It's actually very overwhelming. That's why you did have the past life card, which is the mystery card. That's how I interpret those cards, guys, the first set of cards. My interpretation is extremely different from what that particular set comes. With the book, it's absolutely different, my interpretation of those cards. But for me, the mystery card does talk about that past life aspect. And here I do see this person being very overwhelmed that it got so confusing, they had no idea what they had gotten into. This usually happens because it's overwhelming. It's something that they have never experienced before. It could also be that they entered this connection acting like a queen or a king, somebody who knew it all. But when they became more involved in this connection, they started to realize the depth of it, how truly intense it can be. And then they realized, wow, this is something beyond what I have experienced before. This is a little too much. It's a little too intense. It's affecting me to my core. When that happened, that's when that fear factor kind of comes in. This person started to fear. They started to doubt. They didn't feel very determined because now they were confused. Why do I feel like this? I've met so many other people, but I've never had this type of a connection before. So it was very overwhelming to the point where it got kind of confusing for this person. We also have here the Five of Coins. The Five of Coins, it talks about how there was the feeling of insecurity, a lack of spiritual richness, and poverty. Here, an experience of poverty that forces one to look within for greater resources. This poverty may be personified as a lack of wealth or, in a sense, emotional sterility. These feelings are transitory. The card suggests to have faith in the future. that a more prosperous phase of life is on its way. So here it does talk about a lack of emotional richness and poverty. This person didn't feel that they had what it took to take care of you. Now, many of you are probably just independent. You don't need someone to take care of you. But from this person's point of view, they felt that they wanted to be someone who can always be there for you, especially money-wise. This person feels that there's a lack of, there's a lot of insecurities and there's a lack of security. They don't feel stable enough. So there's an instability here. Because of this, they feel that they're not good enough. And so they may have kept their distance from you. Part of it was because they don't feel good enough. And they feel that here they are a prince. They need to transform into a queen and then into a king. But they can't do that just overnight. No, they need time for that. I'm seeing here somebody that got into the connection, Virgo, not knowing and not realizing just how intense this connection could have gotten. And it became really intense. It was, and it is very intense. So, this is not a you problem. This is a them problem. They have to be confident enough. They don't have confidence. This person doesn't have much confidence right now. But they have to be confident in order to be in this connection with you. All right. I have here the Beginner's Tarot. So here I'll be looking into any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have. All right. Wow. Talk about some sad times here. Dark and dreary. All except one. All right. We have here a situation. Four of Swords talks about how your person of interest has already experienced heartbreak, pain, suffering, and sorrow. They've gone through that. They've been there, done that. And now all they want to do now is just heal. This is them retreating, self-contemplation, introspection. They are not talking to anybody. And they are trying to understand what it is that happened and what could they have done better. We also have here a very huge, meaningful card, Death. They have realized what they did was completely wrong. And the way they want to move forward is by putting to sleep all that happened before that was wrong. And with this new day dawning, they want to have something new, something brand new, a different way of approach, a different way of loving. We also have here the Six of Pentacles. They have, and they will, make a decision. And what they've decided is you are their person of interest, right? They've decided on you. Here, with the Six of Pentacles, they want to take you out, maybe to breakfast, lunch, dinner, tea, coffee, something like that. I am seeing donuts, actually. In certain parts of the world, I know we get donuts, in some parts we do not. But I do see donuts. Probably your coffee or tea, this person wants to take you out. And then we also have here 8 of Cups. Your person of interest has decided that, you know what? I've had enough. Enough is enough. I don't want to be in this energy anymore. They themselves are actually tired of themselves. They don't like to be in this energy. Because here, they want to move on, become a bit more spiritual, but also keep their distance from the everyday world problems. Why? To regain balance. Here we have the Hermit. The overall arching theme here is the Hermit card. This is what they're actually thinking while they're going through this. This is their thought process, and this is a strategy, kind of. If that makes a bit more sense. I definitely see this person with this card, and this card, and especially this card. This is your person of interest turning into the Hermit. And the Hermit comes right after this, the Eight of Cups. Here we have the individual walking into that loneliness, the wilderness, right? Into the mountains there even. And we have here the Hermit. So this person is now in recluse. They are not talking to anyone. This person has kept their distance from the world. They are detaching themselves from the everyday world to regain balance, to understand what they did and why they did it, to understand why they do these things and how can they be better. This is, again, that self-reflection, right? Contemplating, introspection, forcing oneself into isolation and loneliness. Virgo, if you or anybody else that knows this person, if you think this individual is going to be talkative, I can tell you, no, they are not. This person really is going to be a hermit for quite some time. And it's not just one card here, right? There's a lot of self-reflection. We have here the Four of Swords, we have Death, and then we have here the Eight of Cups, and followed by the Hermit card. So definitely, I don't see this person taking any action towards you right now, but I definitely see intention and progress internally, internal progress for themselves. They want to be a better version of themselves, and definitely that's going to take some time. All right. I have here the Archangel Answer cards. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right, these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Guys, don't shoot the messenger, metaphorically speaking. Let's not shoot the messenger. Lots going on here. Oh my God. No. Virgo. This reading just got very narrow, okay? And you're probably not going to want to hear this. Angels are not happy with the way things are going. Not about you. It's not you. It's this person that you're dealing with. All right. It's very rare, but once in a while I do get these type of cards that just scream out, no, this is not the right person, right? This is one of those times, guys. So some of you are going to resonate with this. Others of you are going to be like really sad. Take it as it resonates, okay? You know that this is not a private reading. This is a general reading. It's meant for thousands of people, okay? Just take what resonates with you. If it doesn't, then that just means it's not meant for you at this moment in time, okay? We have here, be assertive. Be assertive here talks about you standing up for yourself. Have that backbone. Don't walk on eggshells anymore. Nope. Let's not do that. You have value and you are worth something, so let's not do that. Certain things are going to change in this connection, and that will be in divine timing. The angels here are telling you to choose a new direction. Choose a different method of approach. Choose a different person. Why? Because too much has happened for some of you in this connection that has made you sick. Sick to your stomach if you have witnessed something that you did not want to see, right? Trauma. I'm seeing the word stamina. Whatever it is, some of you have felt drained. And it's because of the stress, the tension, the worry that this person has kind of caused in your life. And the card recovery is a positive card. It does talk about that you are going to recover, but the point is, why'd you get sick in the first place, right? That's the whole point. What happened in this connection that drained you? You've put in a lot of effort, and I definitely see here that it has drained you. The recovery card doesn't necessarily only speak about your body. There's a misalignment between your mind, body, spirit, and your soul. Any one of those that are not at 100%, it does attract negative energy. And negative energy can take over one by one by one. So I will talk about that later. We also have here, let go. Let go of your person of interest here. Let go of the false beliefs, the issues, the problems that have been holding you back. Let go of the chase, because there is something better. And there is someone better than this person. In the meantime, Virgo, the angels here are telling you, talk to people that you know, who genuinely care for you, who genuinely love you. This could be family, friends. It could be someone that you trust. 2, 3 people maximum. You don't have to go and talk about your story to everyone, but it is important to share. Release that energy, release that burden that's inside of you. That's a transfer of energy right there. The overall arching theme is no. No. Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel, they live in a dimension where the past, present, and the future all exist at one point in time, so they can tell the future, right? We here are not telling the future, but here, the angels are suggesting, and they're providing you some advice for your greater good, because they see the future, and they know that you deserve better. You deserve better, because if you don't, and if you continue with this individual, you may not be the happiest person. Right now, you might think, nope, this is my person, and they can make me really happy, but months and years down the road, something might happen. This is only a general reading, okay? This is not a private. You guys know that. I already mentioned this. I don't want you to take this literally. But for those of you that have been having, for example, anxiety, right? Stress, depression, like really upset nights. You just can't sleep. You feel drained. You don't have any stamina anymore. And if you know it's from this person, you know what to do, Virgo. Here's the sentence. Be assertive, because things are going to happen in perfect timing. Choose a new direction. Eventually, you're going to recover from this. Let go, because there's something better. And talk to some helpful people. No, this is not what we suggest for you. It's a very straightforward sentence. And that's very rare for me to get that. You guys know that. It is a nice reading, though. I see a lot of information here. You see where this person, just before this, we had like the Hermit, we had all those other cards, right? The Four of Swords, right? And then we had the Death card. And then we also had the Eight of Cups. There's a lot of changes here. That is a complete overhaul on someone's personality. Now, either they could change, but it's going to take a very long time, or they're not going to change at all. And that's why when we get specifically when we get that card, there's something better. I have seen over time, when there's something better, it also means there is someone better. This is what I have experienced with this card, that it also talks about someone else coming into your life. Somebody brand new, right? And choosing a direction sometimes also talks about trying a different method of approach. Now, I'm just going to go over this quickly. So that is your reading, all right? Now, some of you who have felt this feeling of just being, weighed down, and ever since maybe you broke up or ever since they discontinued talking, you just notice that there's this energy around you, and it really has made you feel low. And I have a package for that on my website. So go on my website, look at the rates and packages section, and the website, the link is below here in the description. Also, it's www.asnointia.com. Go to the rates and packages section. There you will see a package called the Chakra Checkup Package. I have the ability, with the help of Angel Fakil, my angel guide, I have the ability of having a look in your home, around your aura, and inside of your body, which is your chakra centers, to tell you what negative energies you have, how many you have, and I also teach you how to get rid of these things. You have this package for the rest of your life. You know what the methods are. I also have something called a Holy Light package if you feel that it's not as intense. That too helps you. That too gets rid of these things. The only difference is it's a self-help guide, and I do not provide you with the amount of negative energies that you may have and what types. Also, yes, I do personal love readings, as well as I mentioned before, past life readings. So sometimes I do past life readings. Majority of the time it is maybe 4% I've ever had. That is a future life reading, meaning you haven't actually been together. Well, now let me rephrase that. You are scheduled to be together in the far distant future, 100 or 500 years from now. So I have done that as well. And those readings do take me a while, but there's a reason behind all of it. And you will understand why certain things in this connection kind of turned out the way that they did. So please keep your chin up. Why did this person enter your life in the first place? Because you are here to teach them a lesson. Your soul is here to teach them a lesson. Or they were here to teach you a lesson. At the end of the day, you deserve happiness. You deserve better. You deserve health and prosperity. Anything that brings you down is not resonating with your frequency. Please remember that. If a person doesn't make you feel happy, if they don't improve and you improve as a person on planet Earth, then you know everything about them is weighing you down. And those are red flags right there. You catch somebody in the act of doing something, that is a red flag. Why? You were meant to see it at that particular point in time. You saw text messages. You caught somebody in bed with someone else. Why did you end up at that place at the exact same time? All of a sudden, poof, you realize somebody gives you this information. It's not just by chance. It's not just by a fluke. It is actually meant that way for you, because the angels, celestial beings, know your future, and they know you have bigger and brighter things to do in the coming future. But the problem is, if you get weighed down by all of this, and if you stay in the cycle, you will not be able to achieve those things. And this is why, in this particular reading, they know that you deserve better for your future. And that's why certain things may happen in a certain way. It may hurt you right now, but years down the road, decades down the road, you will probably understand that this was for the best. So, guys, please take it as it resonates. As I mentioned, I do have another channel as well. The channel is absolutely free, just like this channel, Asnointia Audio. And I have some videos there on relationship-related advice, past life, spiritual connections, that sort of stuff. And I also have one on negative energies. What and who are negative energies? How to recognize and remove. And that's it, Virgo. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I do read the comments, and I do appreciate it when you write it. Also, please do like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys again. Take care. Stay safe. Bye now.